Another Brick fan here with a Fantastic Beasts set from the Harry Potter universe. This is Newt's Case of Magical Creatures. This is set number 75952. It was released in August 2018. Has 694 pieces, 4 minifigures, and cost about $50 when it was released. We'll take a look at the minifigures here in a moment, but let's get started with the main build. This set, of course, is all about the creatures, and there are 3 big creature builds inside of this set. The first is this Eurumpet. This is a rhinoceros-like creature. You see they have a exploding fluid that they can build up, so that's this orange here. If you've seen the movie, this the head glows and the horn glows, and then it produces this explosive fluid. It's a really cool build. You see this printed eye piece here, which I think looks really good. There's a couple of those, one for each side. The head is on a ball joint, so it moves around pretty well. The legs are all done on Technic pins, so they're able to move and articulate pretty well. It's surprisingly stable, even on those small legs. You see the forelegs are much bigger than the hind legs. Overall, a very nice looking creature, and a pretty interesting build, the way they put it together. Next is the Akemi, which is a winged snake. If you look, I think the detailing on this head print is just amazing. Did a really nice job with some silver and tan and the purple, just really nice. You can see it has kind of a gleam to the scales, so I think that looks really great. The body is done in these nice light blue color and then the purple. The ball joints are again used here for the serpent's body. And then I like this kind of red, dark pink color for the wings. This, of course, is the creature that fits in, that either enlarges or shrinks to be in the space that it's in. So this is kind of a larger version of this particular animal. I guess my one criticism of it is kind of hard to get it to stand. You kind of have to finagle it a little bit and get it in just the right position for it to stand. And once again, the Thunderbird has some great printing on the head here. You see with a nice gold accents. A very nice eye. They both have this headpiece allows for movement of the jaw underneath, and I believe this is the exact same head mold on both of these figures. They're just colored differently, which gives them the different character. The creature has some stickers on the back to indicate some feathers, you can see here. And then it does have 3 sets of wings. So it has the main wings, which I think are really nicely done in this dual molded pearl gold and white color. These, of course, articulate up, and then they have 2 sets of these smaller wings on these longer tail pieces, which makes it pretty accurate to the figure from the movie. The claws are done again in the pearl gold. This is a typical claw or foot. This is a typical way of building a claw or a foot. It can potentially grip something. And then it actually does stand pretty well on these feet. It gives it a pretty good base of support on the feet. So once again, another very nice creature. I think all 3 of these are very well done. And all creatures that were mentioned or played a significant role in the movie. So those are our 3 creatures that are included with the set. The set also comes with Newt's case. So as you can see, this is the case for Newt's Scamander. If you look over here, it says Muggle Worthy there, which is the way to hide, its magical properties. The nice feature of this, of course, is that it opens up to show off the inside of the case as seen in the movie where Newt keeps all his magical creatures. There's a lot going on inside this case, so let's start by looking at one side. So this has kind of a grooming area where there's a sink, you see here off to the side, and with a nice faucet in pearl gold. There's a brush here, as well as a turkey leg here to help feed the magical creatures. And then moving to the center is kind of the main living area. The main living area has these stickers here showing a little bit of wood detail. Looking inside, there are some gems inside, and then on the other side there is a portrait there over his desk. And then moving to the other side of the open briefcase, you'll see there's kind of a treasure area back in here from the Niffler, who creates all that stuff, and then some planted wooded areas, some stepping stones, and then a water bucket here. There's a water bucket there in the corner, and then an egg that he is incubating and hoping to hatch at some point. So it's small details inside, but I really like how it folds up. There's a clip down here on the bottom. Fold the ladder down. The roof here of the little main house goes back together, and then the case closes. There's a nice handle here. These little gold latches. So it does look very nice as a briefcase and gives you the interior, which includes all of the various areas for his various creatures. So overall, really well done. As I mentioned in the beginning, this set comes with 4 minifigures. They include Jacob Kowalski, Newt Scamander, Tina Goldstein, and Queenie Goldstein. This is Jacob Kowalski and Newt Scamander. I really like the printing on both of these. You can see that Jacob has a very detailed suit vest on, then gray for the rest of his body. I think they did a very nice job color matching the hair and the mustache on him. He comes with an umbrella accessory. And then Newt has that very high hairstyle, which I think is pretty accurate to the movie, although the color I think is a little too light. He has darker hair in the movie itself. The little Niffler piece is really nice. I think the scale is very accurate and works real well in this minifigure size. The printing on his torso is quite detailed. Again, he's wearing kind of a suit vest there with the shirt underneath. I think they did a good job getting the white printing underneath. Would have been nice to have a little bit more printing down the legs instead of just the plain brown legs. But overall, still a very nice figure. As we move around to the back of the figures, you see that they both have some printing and detailing on the back for their vests, with some pleats and striping there on Jacob. Each has an alternate face. On Jacob's alternate face, you can see this chin strap, which goes with this helmet piece that also comes with him. So for a completely different look. And then Newt has this more concerned expression on his face for his alternate expression. Overall, a couple of very nice figures that fit in quite well with the set. Let's take a look at the next two. So these are the Goldstein sisters, Tina on the left and Queenie on the right. You can see Tina is dressed in a kind of a business suit, or a jacket with the black pants. Queenie's in more of a pink dress. Queenie has a very happy expression on her face, and I would say Tina's is more neutral. I do like the printing on both of these. I think they look really nice. I especially like the use of the pink and black toes there on the bottom of Queenie's legs there to indicate boots or shoes that she's wearing. Moving around to the back of the figures, there is a little bit of detailing there printed. Now there's no printing on the sides or on either of the legs, so those are quite plain. There is an alternate expression for both of these figures. So here's Tina in a much happier mood, and Queenie in a more concerned and or frightened face here. Nice alternate expressions for both of them. And actually, I really like the hair pieces for both of these. I think they're pretty accurate to the movie. And they look pretty good on these minifigures as well. Now that we've seen all 4 minifigures, we'll move back and I'll give you my final thoughts on the set. Overall, I think this is a nice set. I really like the magical creatures that they included. Again, they are all straight out of the movie and all played big roles inside of the movie. I think the interior of the case is, well, kind of a good representation. It's small. There's a lot of little details inside. I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't really give you the illusion that they want to have a very large space that Newt takes care of all of his creatures in, but it does give a little bit of impression of that. I do think it looks really good closed, so when you close it all up, it does look very much like a briefcase and is done really, really well. The minifigures are very appropriate with Newt and Jacob, who of course was the man he met in the bank, so those two were together most of the movie. Queenie and Tina are also included. As far as the value of this, it's nearly 700 pieces for about $50, which I think is a really good value, especially for a licensed set like Harry Potter. This is a newer, obviously this is based on the new Fantastic Beasts series, but it is in the Harry Potter universe. So I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this set. It's time for me to get started on another video. Until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And I've left some more of my Harry Potter content up here on the screen for you to take a look at. If you enjoy my videos, subscribe to the channel.